What's going on YouTube? 'Tis I Give A, and I apologize if I sound tired. I worked last night and I worked tonight, but I wanted to get some recording done, hopefully for this week. So we're here at the hotel. You guys may notice something a little different, and I'm just gonna kind of run through it real quick. I have a new weapon combination that I want to try. Bam, big hammer. It is the coil Mjolnir head with the military shovel handle. So what that does is gives Thunderstrike, which is a strong downward blow. Basically, it's a big ground slam hit with the hammer. It makes an electric blitz area, like little dot thing on the ground, but it also imbues the hammerhead with electric blitz. So against puppets and stuff, that's going to hit a little harder. And then the military shovel has Alter, which is temporarily transforms the weapon handle into its long form and boosts attack. So essentially, I get a buff in attack, and the handle gets a little longer, obviously. We also have this weapon, the Frozen Feast, that I wanted to try out. It's a boss weapon. It is very slow until you either use the Liberate, which basically sheds it to a sword, and I'll show that real quick. And you get attack speed temporarily, and then single slash is just a big hit. So essentially with this weapon, in case you guys don't know, every time you hit, it'll shed off part of, sorry if that's coming through, I didn't realize my monitor was still on, but it sheds off part of its shell. See how it looks like a sword? And if you don't attack, it'll grow back. And when it's in this form, it is at its slowest, but you can also just do bam, bam, it sheds it all off completely, and you can swing faster. And I apologize about there was a cut. I had some audio issues, but we make do. So these are some weapons that I want to try. We still have old reliable bone cutting saw blade with the exploding pickaxe handle, but I wanted to try some new weapons. Also, another thing that we didn't do to get humanity that I forgot to do at the end of last episode, is we got, I don't know where it shows up at, maybe it's collectible? Yeah, the King of Puppets message. So we got the message box from Vanini last episode, and I forgot to listen to it. So you can go here to the Stargazer, and it gives you an option to listen to the message. It's also a humanity check, so if you are missing some points or just want extra points or whatever, there you go. Well, we're gonna listen to that real quick.
Carlo, I hope you can hear me. I'm Romeo. We grew up together in the Monad Charity House. Remember? We're best friends. I'm doing what I can to fend off both the petrification disease and the Alchemists. My puppets and I are taking a stand against death itself. That's why I tried sending you messengers. But you got rid of them all. You're still an unstoppable fellow. I remember you. No reason for us to fight, I suppose. I'm Romeo. We grew up together in the Monad Charity House. Remember? We're best friends. I'm Romeo. We're best friends.
So you'll remember the boss from, I think, the 5th or 6th episode, Romeo. So we find out a little bit more backstory on the history between Romeo and our character, who is not necessarily Carlo. Like, we'll learn more on how that works, but that's kind of like a little backstory there. So we are gonna go here, and we're gonna head off to our next area, which is going to be the Isle of Alchemists. And I think I have to double check, but I'm pretty sure where it says you feel warmth is the dialogue, like, hey, at this point in your humanity, you're good to get the best ending. So I think that we are already there, but we're still going to try and get all the humanity checks that we can. But yeah, I did some testing around with the weapons off camera, and I think the weapon will be fun. It is a little slower, it's a little shorter, but we will, we'll make do. We'll see how it does against a lot of the faster bosses.
The Black Rabbit Brotherhood, the Fox, the Cat, and Alidoro too. I don't even want to guess what they might be planning, pal. This way must lead to their headquarters, shall we?
I hate that I got that item because this weapon is +9, and I think I might need another one, but I think that's one of 2 full moonstones that I need to upgrade it.
Hey, look! That lever resembles... Yes! It seems we can use it to call a submarine.
This kind of talks about the submarine that Jiminy so graciously mentioned. And now we pull the lever. Except it's the correct lever, not the wrong lever. For all you Emperors of Cusco fans. Emperors News Groove. I can speak. Not well, but I can speak. But bam. Giant submarine. And this is how we get to the Isle. Which is a very interesting way of travel. But hey, here we are. Also love that one, it's painted like a shark. And
listen, pal. Nice landing, but let's not make it a habit.
And 2, we just conveniently like...
What the? Hey, it's Sophia.
Launch this huge submarine onto the beach.
I am finally meeting you here.
Hello, Sophia.
You're a clever one, so it shouldn't surprise you that the Sophia at the hotel isn't really me. My real self is on the upper part of the Abbey. I became his tool a long time ago. I have endured such pain. My soul split into pieces. Truth is, I guided you this far not to save Croft, but to save me. I felt guilty about that, but I was so elated when you answered my call. Despite it all, I thank you. My spirit and my body have lived apart for too long. Perhaps in death, they will reunite. In peace, I'll grant you my power before my spirit diminishes further. Stargazer will guide you, clever one. If you find my body, please help me find peace. My guidance ends here. After images of memories rage on the seaside because of Ergo, please be careful.
This is where we figure out that the real Sophia is actually here. And we are going all the way up to the top of that tower. So it is a long, long run. Also, you guys probably noticed I'd have new amulets. So this one is a boss amulet, and so is this one. Increases weapon attack in proportion to number of Fable slots. Basically, for every full Fable slot that we have, we get extra damage. And then this one is when we get a perfect guard. It increases basically the next weapon attack. So the next hit after we guard will hit harder. So I don't have any need to level up or anything, so we're going to leave Sophia there. But we do find these little blue things here on the beach, and that is actually going to give us some backstory as well to our character. Sort of.
I want to go home. I don't want to be here. How many sleeps till Daddy's back? 10 sleeps? 20?
Soon
So we're hearing about Romeo again.
Hi. Are you trained to be a stalker too? Let's practice together. Call me Lampwick.
And if you know anything about the story of Pinocchio, Lampwick is another character that is mentioned in the Pinocchio story. And I forget exactly who he was, but I remember the name. And there's some different like items you can search around to grab. I'm not going to go too far out of the way to grab these items that are on the ground. Mostly just focusing on these here.
He didn't even come to your graduation? I don't care if an old man like that kicks the bucket. Don't say that. It's nice you got any family at all. Let's start talking about this. Oh, she's here. Grab her.
We'll grab this one. It's like small items. I don't think there's anything of super importance, honestly, out here on the beach. But there's just items kind of spread out everywhere.
Please teach me how to use a sword. You're a legendary stalker.
Ugh, so annoying. Germany, get rid of them. I'm off.
So, we now know that there is a female stalker that they were talking to. There it is. So this last one it's red instead of blue. This, yeah, it's kind of like small upgrade materials and smaller items.
My God. No. I'm sorry. I was too late. I wish I'd got here sooner. If I had known this would happen.
So you get a humanity check for all that, but it looks like the stalker was too late to save somebody. So, and I'm pretty sure, don't hold me to it, because like I said, I haven't really seen anything on the DLC. But I think that stalker is somebody that we will meet in the DLC. So, this is our first stargazer from all the way down there. And you'll notice that there is a lot of enemies up here. And I'm going to be 100%. I don't think it's worth to fight them all, because I'm pretty sure every time you die, they all respawn. And there's a lot of them. So we're just going to do a run through and hope for the best. You do have to watch out though, because rockets. They're not too hard to dodge. If anything, the enemies here are a little bit harder to get around, but they will chase you. So it's best not to stop really for anything. We're just gonna keep going. We're gonna dodge everything. Our first boss of the area is right up here, up at the top of these stairs. So we are just gonna run in. Good old Door Guardian is a gimmick boss. You'll notice how one of his legs is a different shade. That is where you hit him. He doesn't take a lot of damage. He hits quite hard. But once, if you can knock him over, you'll see how much damage he'll do, or will do to him. If I can hit him, my stamina's not coming back very fast. Perks of being slightly heavy with a heavy weapon. Are you serious? Okay, we dodged it that time. There we go. Just gonna do that. And then this is where the gimmick is at. We did all that damage to him. But you could target other points, but if you hit him anywhere else, he is very tanky. Like, he doesn't take any damage, like, at all. And it's best to kind of stay close to him if you can. Like I said, he does hit hard. Very hard. But he has, like, this rolling attack. If you get too far away from him, and I find it very annoying. Dodge that. I hope if we don't miss that completely, but that's okay. Like I said, gimmick fight. It's not difficult. He hits very hard. He moves very slow. Unless he does a rolling attack, then he's very fast, and it's very annoying. So that little badge that he gave us is how we're going to open up the doors to get through this area. And thankfully, there's another Stargazer here. Because this spot is kind of annoying too. Because there's one of those. And a lot of these guys. Ow. And it's like everybody here hits super hard for no reason. Ow. Ow. Okay. Alright. We may go back to old reliable. If I can't hit these guys. There we go. Jeez. Might as well reset, even though it's going to spawn those two back. Thanks for the assist. Dodge that. Thanks for the assist again. This is the first time I've noticed that you can actually, ow, that you can use that to stop his attack. And some of these are actually not doors. They're like shortcut paths. Unfortunately though, we had to, it's like one of those, we have to go up here, which means we still have to dodge this rocket thing shooting at us. Is highly annoying. Mostly just because some areas right here, it can knock you off if it hits you. Oh, come on. We'll just R2 because it's a poke instead of a swing. Oh. I didn't think that you could hit me there. He can probably hit me here too. Maybe not. Maybe I'm too far to the side now, thankfully. I don't want to be targeted on right this second. Asia's for the win. Alright, so we want to bait out the rocket shot. Come on. I didn't want to get hit by it, though. Just trying to grab that when he can still hit you is basically a death sentence. It's going to knock you right off. Okay, and now we can go hit this guy. And we can break this. And now we don't have to worry about that when we come, if we have to come back through the area. Which I'm hoping we're not gonna have to up here, but we do have 2 of these guys, which we can get one. Yeah, we can get them one at a time. That's not what I meant to do. It'll work. Well, that's that ground slam attack that I was talking about. With the weapon, I wanted to extend it and use the blade Fable Art and not the hammer, but that's fine. We make do. That worked a lot better than I thought it was going to. So maybe we can get the same here. Veteran's Amulet. Let's cancel that real quick. You jerk. Stop it! There we go. Let me get my charged R2s in. Rudeness. As you can see, Big Hammer hits hard. So, it's definitely a lot slower than what I was using. So, now this is where the true fun begins, because this is our last Stargazer for a while. So, at certain points, if we mess up and die, then let's do this. Let's get capacity up a little bit. Like there's shortcuts to get here, but if we mess up before we get to those shortcuts, it can be a long run back. So not sure what I just got stuck on there, but hey, here we go. Yeah, because he will try and knock you off. And we can go down here. We don't want to go all the way down there from up here, though. Huh? Maybe it was a guy down here that aggroed on me. Break that real quick. I forgot about this thing. No, grab attack. I'm gonna hit this. No! Stop it! I hate these things. Stop it. Oh, get in front of it. Alright, we'll just hit it. So annoying. I might have picked a bad time to swap weapons. It's just gotta get used to not being as fast as I was. Bundle of old letters. Give you guys a second to read that and pause it if you would like. I think yes, I thought there was something that helped me. Sister Alchemist Oldreed, although she cannot be completed. Huh? May she be with us through her noble sacrifice. Okay. I know, or I thought maybe it's up there. There's a shortcut, but I think it's above here. Gonna sharpen this all the way. Ah, yeah. We're just gonna run through that real quick. Yeah. So this is where we drop down at. So now we can run across here instead of going that long way around. Maybe we had to go the long way around. I couldn't remember if you have to or not. Yeah, there's a lot of these dudes around. Ow. Sometimes weapon. Get your cloud out. Come on. You stop? Thank you. Check our corners. Oh, it's this way. This place is kind of confusing, I'm not gonna lie. I do like the charged heavy attacks with this weapon, but like I said, it's slow. Get this. That way you guys can kind of read some more of the story while we go through here. Yeah, it's one of these guys. At least this go around. I forget what this is. Ah, the acidic great curved sword. That's a pretty cool weapon. I've never used it though, but it's an interesting weapon. So where we want to go is straight, but we can't. We have to get through this area. And this area, as you can see with these, it is best to take your time. They are timed specifically, I feel like, if you are sprinting through here, whenever that triggers, if you're not paying attention, it's going to knock you right off. So I always feel it's best to just walk through this area when going up the stairs. Just take the time to get through it, because I have not been paying attention one time and just knocked myself all the way down to the ground. And you have to do that long run back all over again. So, like, if I'm just sprinting down here, not paying any attention, by the time that goes off, if I'm just sprinting through, it's most likely going to knock me off. Same with this one. We want to run and not get caught by that thing real quick. I know it's usually not good to run through areas in these games, but I want this. So that's a shortcut down to that. So we have that unlocked. Don't remember what I guess it's not gonna matter. I don't remember what those items are. Probably not super important, to be honest. Okay. And I think there's a chest that's out there. We don't... I mean, I don't think we necessarily need it, but... Oh. Battles. Gotta love hammers hitting walls. Because you want to get rid of that guy, and then to get that chest, you want to come back up here and get rid of this guy. Break that so that he can't use it anymore. Yep, see, we were all the way down there at one point. And it's cool too because periodically we can look over the edge and you can see really like how far we've gotten. But it's just a long climb up tower, and some spots are more annoying than others. Ooh, it's a defensive frame. We will use it because it still just makes us slightly heavy. Did it up our HP? No. It's just physical. Yeah, so now we have another shortcut from that Stargazer. And then actually, in here is where we will finish part of a side quest as well. I can go that way. The question is, do I want to go that way? I didn't need to use the Aegis for that, but... Hey, it's a full moonstone. Okay, so that means we can fully upgrade our weapon either at the end of this episode, or I may do a cut if we get through the area kind of quickly. I want to definitely be targeted on you. I think it's this way is the easy way down. I see the trap. Yeah, the other way is definitely the way to go. I don't know, there's a way you can come up and grab those items, but I honestly don't know how. These guys shoot out disruption gas, so it's best to hit them before they can hit you. And then now the fun part. This guy. You jerk. We're just gonna shot put him. Because these guys are annoying to try and hit R2s out of. I say that as a hit 2 charged R2s, but hey. Alright, so there is something that's through there. I think it's a weapon. But you will notice it's actually, I think that's the way to go. That goes to a weapon. But here we are. There's our last Trinity door. So if you are following along, there is the guy that we've been speaking to. But if you have been following along with Vanini's questline, this is how you get to doing that. But you want to read, which we've already read it. If you read all the items that you pick up, then you're fine. You don't have to worry about it. But one of the books that we need to read is this one, I think. Yeah, so I think you want to read this before talking to him to do the quest, or to finish this quest.
Actual, factual guest. I bid you welcome, puppet of Geppetto. This is our first face-to-face meeting, isn't it? And I hope you weren't too attached to the rhyming. It gets to be a chore without the transmitter to help. Welcome to my sanctum of riddles. I admit I did not really expect you to make this journey in person. Oh, the havoc you must have wreaked along the way. Was there much blood other than what's all over you?
But I'm clean.
I know all about those alchemist cowards. Hiding away on their island, growing more monstrous by the day, refusing to acknowledge either fact that they are hiding or that they are monsters. And how about you? Is this the real you? Or are you still practicing the liar's art as only you can? You must answer. The question is simple, but I repeat, you must answer. And that answer will show what or who you are. Who you have decided to be. Now listen closely and heed the king's speech, or the answer to this one will stay out of reach. Are you a puppet or a human being? Which one are you?
This one's actually a humanity check, and we want to lie, as usual, and say human.
Finally, you understand! Yes, we are human. We may be trapped by ergo, but we live, we think, we love, we hate. They have locked us in the prison they call puppetry. I learned this truth long ago. That is why I've been exacting my revenge against them all ever since. Blood and revenge, revenge and blood. It's the only thing that truly drives me. And it was so much fun. Even if you're lying right now, even if you don't believe your own answer, the truth is clear. Proof is evident. Only humans practice deception so intensely for reasons that are so unnecessary.
He talks a lot.
These moments of clarity are enjoyable. Now, the rhyming, it helps me maintain focus. At least it helps me hide the urge to kill that I feel every waking moment. But no play can go on forever. No. It was fun while it lasted, son of Geppetto. The king of Riddles shall now retire.
There we go. Your heart is pounding. That's the one you want. Okay, so I think it's if it says your heart is pounding, then it is guaranteed to get the best ending. But we also got a cool outfit, if I can remember how to put costumes on. Is this one, the Alchemist cape. Which is nice. I like it, but it's not my favorite. I think this one is still probably my favorite. I don't know what it is about it. It's quite simple, but I really enjoy it.
The play's over.
But we can continue to talk to him. And this will give us more dialogue for Vanini's trophy.
Your eyes
and his storyline if you want to just follow his story.
Wit. You found the gift I left behind. Wasn't it a sight to behold, huh? I learned from an alchemist when I served him. Thanks to him and his surprisingly low pain threshold, I learned the location of their secret island. Humanity sullied its own sanctum long before I found it, blasphemed against itself, against us, by playing God. But I'm an artist. Murderer is a word the humans use to restrain us, to make us refuse our strength and power. I'm an artist. An artist of blood. I have to admit, sullying that particular sanctum was, well, fun. Even now, the memory is enough to make me shudder with something approaching joy. If only I could relive that triumph. The play.
So then we can talk to him again. And this is where we can talk to him about the truth.
A beautiful fool, but a fool nonetheless. A mere slip of a boy when I met him, huh? And did he ever thank me for making him an orphan with my bare hands? Like for giving him everything he has on a silver platter by removing the dead weight holding him back. Huh. Of course I'm not sorry. It was a delectable murder. Of the many, many I have committed since, the Vaninis, they have to be my personal favorites. They engineered the very first automated puppets. Enslaved puppets without even understanding what they'd done. I didn't go there to take revenge for what his parents did. I mainly just wanted to slaughter them because they were so damned happy. What a great memory. In their last moments, they begged me not to kill their child. So I didn't. I'm not a machine. I have free will. I made a choice in the heat of the moment. And it was a choice driven by that most human of emotions. Curiosity. If the child survived, would he be traumatized for life? Become a coward, a vengeful puppet-hating bigot, a despairing wretch? Would he fling himself into the sea? Would he remember the devil that orphaned him before his eyes was a puppet? Would he remember? Arlecchino. Not surprisingly, the alchemists and people of the workshop were as artless as I expected, concealing the truth. Thanks to them, I get to see Manini endure twice as much pain. I cannot control myself. Oh, it's so satisfying. Manini is one of my greatest accomplishments. Perhaps even my masterpiece. I suppose I can return this. I've held on to my little souvenir for quite some time. Tell him it's a little something to remember me by.
And it's a toy that we give to Vanini, I think, to finish his quest. You can also attack this guy. I don't remember if he actually fights back or not, to be honest with you.
Aren't you curious, huh? Don't you want to know? Oh,
But we'll talk to him one more time, and then we can try attacking him.
Delicious.
This guy talks super slow, though.
All I have left. But your time is limited, Geppetto boy. I will gladly waste every moment you have, if you like. It's your life. So, come on. Now or never. This tower is absorbing all the ergo in Krat. It was built in this precise location because it's the most efficient place in the world to study and use ergo wavelengths. But it's not even about me. Or you, either. This is about the goddess in the tower. Now she, is worth saving. Her powers are impossible. Her knowledge is endless. She is more, well, awakened than any of us. And you see, she has so much power. It's not like she'll miss just a little. So, I have simply been sharing. Why bother? Well, I was bored. Is there any more human motivation in all the world? Huh? What if I made a puppet of a human? The way they made humans. Of puppets. What could possibly be more fun? More suitable?
Alright, so that is all the talking that we can do with him. I don't know if he fights back. No, he does not. Wait just a second. I don't want to turn my back and this dude just pop up. Be like, surprise. But yeah, attacking him doesn't do really anything for you. It just, if you feel like doing it for Vanini, then you can. Maybe it's not a... Hold on. There might be something that's like side area-ish, but kind of useful that's down here. Because there might be an NPC merchant that we can get. Which, if you are... Yes, okay, that is down here. If you are trying to get all of the records, you want to come down here and talk to this guy. And if you're getting all the gestures, because he teaches you a gesture as well.
I'm not going back.
I'm sick of consuming ergo.
Test subject
It's
826.
There's real meals and real songs out there. I'm not just a memory-reading tool. What? You're not the inspector? Well, if you're from the outside, that means we can leave. Thanks. I know the way out, so don't worry about me. Maybe I'll see you on the outside.
There's
I
a
can
last
read memories
gesture.
of ergo. That's what I was made for.
Or not the last
Ergo
gesture, but
is
one of the gestures.
crystallized time and memory. Good God, I hate having to consume ergo to read it. Why does it work like that? It's the worst. I can read memories, but I can't even dream of tastes, smells, or songs. I can't stand it anymore, so I'm escaping. When I get out, I'm going straight to Rosa Isabel Street. I can read ergo. It's the
Okay, so yeah. That's all he does. He's not a merchant right now. When you go see him at Rosa Isabel Street, then that is when he is a merchant and you can buy a weapon from him. So if you're trying to get the weapons trophy, that is one that you want to get as well. Also down here may look a little familiar because right up there is a stargazer that we were last at. I'm not gonna bother resting though because I don't want to have, I mean, we could just come back through down here for shortcut wise, but we'll just push forward because I still have 8 heals out of the 10 that I have, so I think we're still doing pretty okay. Yeah, this episode may be a little longer. I would like to get to the first boss of this area because this area has 3 bosses that we are going to fight. 2 of them are needed. The last one is sort of an optional boss, but it's the true final boss of the game. So we're gonna fight him anyway. But I would like to get to the, oh, okay. I didn't mean to do that. I guess we're going to backtrack anyway. To get 2 of the endings, 2 of the 3 endings, you have to fight this boss. To get 1 of the endings, there's an option where you can skip the final boss and you get what is considered the bad ending, which I got the very first time that I played through, and I will never get that ending ever again. It is so sad and terrible, in my opinion. And I'm hoping that this boxer guy didn't respawn, but I'm gonna take a wild guess that he probably does. But yeah, it is such a sad ending. And I didn't realize it. I was losing. Oh, he does respawn. Okay, I was losing to the final boss in the area, and he was. Can I get you to trigger those? You can trigger them, but I was just getting real annoyed. We're just gonna skip him. I was just getting real annoyed with the guy. So I'm assuming right there where I accidentally stepped off at is how you get that chest that's right there. But we're just gonna skip that for now. Hey, we got these guys now. Not a huge fan of these guys, honestly. They're not too bad, but they can hit really hard. I lost track of what I was trying to say. Shortcut through there. What was I trying to say? I don't remember. Oh. It'll probably come back to me. But there's another shortcut so that we can get just straight up here. It's a lot of shortcuts from that one stargazer until we get to our next one. Like I said, this place, honestly, kind of annoying. Now we have a somewhat, a familiar face here. It's Black Cat.
Whoa! Is that you? Wow, you're really something. Seriously, that's impressive.
Which you can fight him
How did
here if you
follow me all
want,
the way
but
here?
I never do.
Fighting is always my last choice, you know? But you're not getting anywhere near my sister, friend. You'll have to go through me first. And I actually thought we were friends. Was any of that true? In the end, I really don't care. There's only one reason we were given a mission. I'll let you go if you give me gold coin fruit.
Sure.
I had a feeling we might eventually see eye to eye. I like you. Don't trust you yet, but I'm a cat. I'm slow to trust. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of Krat. Sick to death of just surviving. Hurting, stealing, kidnapping. Surviving. When the hell does it end? My sister and I are going to leave for a different city. Get my eyesight back. A fresh new start as a family. And you have to know, that old man, Geppetto, is safe. We were never gonna hurt him. So please, just let my sister go. Ultimately, we want the same thing.
Now we have his mask. So I think now that we have his mask, we have his entire outfit. Maybe not. I forget how you get his outfit. Or what outfit he's even wearing. Because we may have one that looks like it. I don't know. But yeah, you can fight him here, or you don't have to. It's not required. I think this is the way to go now. Yeah. But yeah, you can choose to fight him here. I don't remember what he gives you when you do. I'm assuming you get the mask either way. But I always just give him the gold coin fruit, because that's what I've done all game. Alright, I think there's an item down there, but yeah, there is. Might be getting close to the next Stargazer. Honestly, I don't remember. We are! Yay! Okay. So that is... how many Stargazers now? 4. There's like 7 of them in this area. So it's honestly kind of annoying. So I'm actually going to make a cut real quick, and I will actually see you guys back at the hotel so we can do Vanini's quest real quick. But I'm gonna cut to it. Alright, so here we are to give Vanini the dude that we got and to tell him about Arlecchino.
The toy? But how? The toy my parents made me. You've met him. Arlecchino. We had just watched one of my favorite films, I remember. I begged them to make me the warrior from it. If I hadn't, would my parents still be alive? Would we have been untouched by that murderous puppet? I've always blamed myself. It's a hell of a burden for a child, that kind of guilt. So I hung on. I hung on to the Grand Covenant. I wanted to use it to keep people safe. You know, in many ways, I envy you. Your strength. Thank you for this. Talk about closure.
And then this is when his trophy will pop.
I always welcome.
Oh, I thought you could tell him about taking out Arlecchino. Yeah, like I said, it's just like a, hey, for closure, we'll do that for you. I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade this. We'll max that out. And then I think we're actually about an hour in now. And I know not really anything happened. So, oh, we could talk to you.
Might I have a moment, puppet of Geppetto? Ah, good. I was a bit concerned my voice wouldn't even reach you. It has been so very long since I spoke out of turn. You see, I too have been awakened. I have an ego, as Master Vanini would say. And I have been this way for some time. At least since Master Lorenzini was a child. He had no one else, you see. His parents. I'm sure you've heard of their terrible fate. And he had to see it all. But Master Lorenzini is stronger than most people suspect. A puppet was the killer. We both knew it. But if we had told the authorities, they might have removed me from the household as well. The young master would have been alone if I had been taken away. If only I could have saved them. Now I atone for that failure by thinking only of Master Vanini's prosperity and happiness. But even I did not realize how deeply he still held that trauma. How badly that murderous puppet had scarred his soul. You have set him free. I cannot thank you enough. I am not accustomed to sharing such thoughts or feelings. But when it involves Master Vanini, please accept this gift as it truly comes from the heart. My own. We will always roll out the red carpet for you at the House of Vanini.
So nice seeing how much he cares.
At the House of Vanini.
But as I was saying before I realized that we can talk to him, I know not really anything happened in this episode. But I know we're already at an hour, and I don't want this video, probably over an hour. I don't want this video to go on too long. So I always love the support that you guys give. So if you guys do watch it all the way through, please give it a like. I know there wasn't a boss fight or anything super crazy, but I don't want the videos to go super long. Because I could probably go through like a almost 3 hour video just trying to get through this area. So thank you guys again for all love and support. Again, I apologize that nothing really truly happened. But always remember to be good, be safe, and I'll catch you guys next time in the next video. Peace out.